Hey guys, and welcome to the video. Since I started my channel, I've had people asking me for a video on my settings and sensitivity. I never really thought that settings videos were all that interesting, so I guess I'll keep this one as short and to the point as I can. In this video, we're going to go over my DPI and horizontal and vertical sensitivity, FOV, aspect ratio, graphic settings, and some miscellaneous settings that you may want to consider. Before we start, I want to say that this is all from preference. Obviously, there's never any 100% right answer when it comes to what everybody finds best for themselves. This video is just to answer people's questions and maybe give you guys a few tips. So if you guys find this video helpful, be sure to drop a like and let me know what you run or what you would change about my settings. And with that all out of the way, let's get into the video. First up is my DPI and sensitivity. I run 5 horizontal and 10 vertical. I've just found that lately, since Ubisoft reworked a lot of guns recoil-wise, it feels better to have a bit higher vertical sensitivity so that you can counteract the first bullet out of most guns, since that always seems to be the hardest to control. These sensitivities paired with my 1000 DPI make for a pretty average mouse speed. Here, you can take a second to pause the video and see my sensitivities per scope. Next is my FOV. This one I'd say is the most controversial out of all my settings. I run a 78 FOV. It's not quite as small as 60, but not quite as big as 90, so it's right in between. This is because for the most part, I only run 1x scopes and, well, pistols. With a smaller FOV, like 60, it's easier to see further with your pistol or with a 1x scope. But on the other hand, with a higher FOV, targets are easier to keep track of on your screen once you're in the room with them. This is really needed for shields because you need to be able to swing away from melees, but be able to swing back and get your target back in your sights. So for me, I run an FOV right in the middle so I can keep up with all the gunners running 1.5s, but also keep my tracking faster for heated scenarios when you're in the middle of sight. Along with the 78 FOV setting, I run an aspect ratio of 16:10. 16:10 is the next widest ratio from the default 16:9. It gives some of the slight advantages of what a 4:3 would give you, but without the change of feeling of the game. I know a lot of people run 4:3 stretch, but I'm personally not a fan because I think that targets move across the screen too fast. It does make people's heads bigger and people's hitboxes bigger, at least on the screen anyway, but like I said, I just think that things move too fast in 4:3. Again, personal preference. As for graphics settings, I'm sure I probably don't have the best ones out there, but for the most part, I keep everything on low to medium except for shadow quality. Shadow quality matters for some angles where you can see somebody's shadow before they swing a door, kind of like whenever you're in rafters on Garage on Clubhouse and somebody's swinging garage door. If you have your shadow quality on low, you're not going to see anybody's shadow, but medium is enough to know or to get intel from somebody's shadow and it'll appear on your screen. The only other graphic setting that I really care about is render scaling and having it at 100. That means that you're getting 100% pixel for pixel quality with your monitor. As for any additional settings that I would recommend hi-fi for your audio setting, just to get better directional audio. Under graphic settings, I would turn VSync off just to get better frames. And then I would take your FPS limit off. So those are pretty big things that people don't typically remember to do. And then personally, I use toggle lean and ADS, but that's just something that I prefer. And I know that some people do use hold and are a lot better than me, but like I said, it's just personal preference. So yeah, that's the rundown of all the settings I use. I hope this gives you guys a better idea of what I'm working with. As I promised in the beginning of the video, here's a list of all my computer specs. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a like if you did, please consider subscribing for more content if you haven't already, and as always, I hope you guys have an awesome day.